Hey everybody, and welcome to Day 8 of the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for May. We've got quite a few matches here to catch up with, but once we're done with this, it is smooth sailing forward to the end of the tournament. I'm Sardek, and with me tonight is Simmon.
Hello, hello.
We got a lot of matches to do, so let's get started. Up first is Break 2 versus Omegasuspekt 2 in the match that didn't finish yesterday due to certain Ramza-related issues.
I like that as a qualifier. Is the issue that butt pants? Was butt pants the issue?
No, it was 01, so it was Chapter 1 Squire issue.
Oh, okay, that's too bad.
Yeah, too bad. Oh, darn it. I really need to get a new PS3 controller. Alright, for Break 2's NBA Jam, we have Hang Time the Summoner with Black Magic Auto Potion and Equip Armor, Showtime the Thief with Precision Hamido Equip Bows, and hopefully this time, no Ramza. Jam Extreme the Lancer with Basic Skill Dragon Spirit and Guts, and Fire Edition with Choco Meteor. On the other side, we have, for Necro and Friends, Shay the Punch Art Martial Arts MP Switch Lancer, Gray the Samurai with Item Hamido and Equip Axe, Sawyer the Bard with Talk Skill, HP Restore, and Equip Armor, and Rowan the Squire with Throw, Weapon Guard, and Guts.
Did notice on the first team there's a ranged Hamido who will only be used if he gets attacked by the harp. I don't think there's any other way. So,
Probably not going to come up all that often.
Yeah, probably not going to happen.
I'm just hoping I loaded the right ROM and this isn't the one that doesn't have the fix yet. I know I have a working ROM, and I have like 4 ROMs in that folder, so, 25%. Works against every throw Omega. It doesn't actually check the job of the person doing it. Well, no, Throwstone isn't a throw, it's a basic skill. Different thing. If it's action menu type, item inventory, attack, or charge, Hamido can trigger off of it. Okay, Vital Strike still works. That's a bonus. Because Vital Strike was the thing causing the problem. Anyways, NBA Jam all getting in there and getting aggressive right out of the gate. Leaving the Summoner a bit behind, though. Thief is making good use of its bow, though, dealing a lot of damage right out. RNG gonna RNG, Omega. Summoner not having a good day. Big, big mid-charge there. Life Song to top the team back up some. Chocobo runs back with the Choco Cure. Thief just narrowly fails to take out the Samurai. That looks like that was a Guts. With everyone off on the other side, though, the pressure is kind of off of the Lancer, or the Samurai. Thief does go down to the Lancer, which gives the samurai some time to recover up from that life song. And regen as well. Squire stands back up, and it is a 4 versus 3 in Omega's favor now. Shuriken takes out the summoner as the fairy was coming out. And it's looking like Omega has turned that bad start around. Jam Extreme the Lancer with Wish trying to get the summoner back into it. Let's see if she gets her turn. She does. Sets up what looks to be a Moogle. That should be fast enough that she'll get it off and be back in the fight. Nope. Squire goes just a little too fast. I could relatively easily add Hamido for Throwstone, yes. I would just do an ability ID check and branch over the check for action menu, and that should add it without changing anything else. It's definitely ASM, but it would be very simple ASM, so... Now that I am as intimately familiar with Hamido's triggering routine as I am playing with what triggers it, would be very simple. Like, on the level of my formula edits, I could probably do it live in 5 minutes while someone else was commentating if, like, we felt the need to do that. Yeah, Thief Crystallizing is going to be a big deal for NBA Jam. That is pretty much the largest source of damage for the entire team. And it works! We did it, we solved it. No more Ramza troubles. And I loaded the right ROM, so... Phew. Really wasn't sure. With just the Lancer up, Wish is not where you want to be for anti-sandbagging against an entire team. Shuriken takes the Chocobo back out, and... just a matter of time now. Lancer has Dragon Spirit, but when you're the last one standing, that doesn't matter. He is taken super low. Guts, he survives thanks to Guts. Samurai comes in with a Kiku to finish them both off. And Omega takes game 1. Head on down to large or small 94 next. Right, and as before, Showtime the Thief starting off with big vital strikes. Rowan, of course, going for that summoner again, but she is not mid-charge this time, so she survives it. Chocobo takes a big hit too, though, and does not move next to the summoner to cure her, so she will be using her turn to Moogle. Kiyomori coming out from the Samurai. That's a pretty big defensive wall. That Lancer is gonna have a bad day, surrounded by everybody. Showtime the Thief moving to the back end to back attack the Squire. Gets him just before his turn, but goes down from the Lancer immediately. Summoner going for a stop, it looks like. Or it could be Mjolnir. I don't remember what her secondary is. Ouch. Bard goes right down. Samurai has the Phoenix down. But the Lancer has the spear to just take the Bard right back down before his turn. He's revived back up, but his CT is super low. And he goes right back down. Summoner has free reign now to go on the offensive. Another Mjolnir being charged on the Samurai. That mid-charge ruins her. Lancer wishes the Thief back up, but fails. That's a real bad tempo hit. Revive catches the Bard and he gets his turn, so he can use his bloody strings to heal up. Regenerator on the Chocobo, but the Squire standing back up. Looks like things are turning against NBA Jam once more. That Thief going down in one hit to the Lancer really seals this match, I think. The Thief is the primary source of damage, and if he can't stay standing even from full health, that's just going to result in a bad sandbag loop no matter how you look at it. Chocobo goes down. Kiku finishes it off. There we go. Omegasuspekt takes it 2-0. NBA Jam is eliminated. So, Simmon unfortunately had a kid just get sick and had to duck out. Does anybody want to take over, or am I just rolling solo? Well, I'll just run this one solo. Don't hurry yourself, Korremar. Just, like, get your food, eat it at your leisure. I can go 2 or 3 matches. Just let me know when you're done and good to go and not rushing yourself. So we'll head on into our next match, Ludo 3 versus Kaffe 1. Surely My Continued Efforts versus Babylon Soldiers. For Surely My Continued Efforts, we have It Won't and Don't Call Me Shirley. Bloodstalker with Blood Ritual. Living Bone with Kotetsu. Samurai with HP Restore, Guts, and Basic Skill. And Shirley the Chemist with Talk Skill, Weapon Guard, and Magic Attack Up. On the other side, for Kaffe, we have Marduk the Ninja with Steel Catch and Guts. Mushkushu or something with Thunder Breath. Hadad the Archer with Item Hamido and Deadshot. And Bellet the Wizard with White Magic Regenerator and Equip Armor. Heading to large 29 to get it started. Pew. I don't think there's any geomancy to be affected here. But anyways, Babylon soldiers on the right, and surely my continued efforts on the left. Blood Ritual right out of the gate takes the ninja near fatal and makes the Tonberry more dangerous. 42% death coming out to finish the ninja off. Not exactly where you want to be, but good enough, I suppose, since the rest of the team is still getting into place. Ninja with Gill Toss does not get the Berserk on the Tonberry. Death is effective, he goes down. Ambrosia for the undead archer, and an Everyone's Grudge on its back to finish him off. Living Bone moons in, goes for a huge death on that dragon. Easiest way to deal with that 500 plus hit points for sure. Tonberry barely survives the Thunder Breath, and you know what that means. Gets 140 back, but those are still going to be some very big Everyone's Grudge. Cure in on the Living Bones. Death misses. Chemist goes for a Persuade to stop the Wizard, does not land. Ninja stays tucked in the corner, does not have a way to revive himself. Everyone's Grudge for 205. That'll be followed up with a Kotetsu. Down goes the Wizard, healing the Chemist as well. Thunder Breath takes out the Living Bone, but it is a 3-on-1 with that ninja stuck in the corner. Chemist goes with a Mimic Darevon, does not get anywhere. Ninja will probably just Steelheart, that would have been big, but does not land. 240 Blood Ritual on the dragon. That archer is very close to standing up. Thunder Breath is Guts, and the Tonberry is at 1. Gets 140 back, but still very low for the next Everyone's Grudge. Steelheart misses a second time. That means the Chemist can walk right up and just read the ninja his last rites. 246 Everyone's Grudge. That eats the dragon, and Game 1 goes to Ludo's continued efforts. Small map 31 coming up. Ludo on the right, and the Babylon soldiers on the left. Ninja goes for a Steelheart right out of the gate on the Tonberry, but doesn't land it. Archer with 176 to the Chemist. Ninja once again near fataled from a Blood Ritual, just like before. Skeleton advances with Kotetsu to finish him off this time instead. He does have re-raise, so he will be back, but that's a lot faster than the death, so it'll change the way the turn cycles work. Samurai has a Kiku, 126 for the Archer, still plenty healthy. Chain Lightning coming out to heal the dragon and kill the Living Bones. Ninja's back up, Magic Shuriken for the Samurai, and gonna hightail it back to the corner. He is out for the time being. Time Strike triggers Samurai's HP restore, so she is right back into it. Everyone's Grudge for 120. Near fatal on the Archer. Dragon's moving on in, going for the Chemist. 225, a big hit. She is near fatal herself. Samurai moves up with a Kiku. Does a lot of damage to the back, but the Wizard survives and goes for a Cure. Ninja is back in the fight, and the Wizard is healed from that Kiku. Ninja immediately makes good use of it, and shurikens down the Chemist. Archer trapped in the corner, though. And Blood Ritual hits the guts on the ninja. He gets out of there. Yagyu Darkness to heal the archer, who will move back in. It's charging up a time strike to kill the Tonberry. 225 breath on the samurai is guarded. She goes to give answer to that charging archer. He goes down. Wizard going for a cure again to bring the ninja back into the fight. Bloodstalker just goes for a 240 everyone's grudge on the dragon. It's a pretty big hit. Magic Shuriken misses the samurai, and the dragon is going to try and take out the Tonberry, and he succeeds. No guts there. He's wished back up, though, and at 4 hit points, that is a super dangerous Tonberry. That needs to be addressed by this ninja immediately. Which, thankfully for them, the ninja can do. But the bones stand back up with the Kotetsu, and the ninja goes down. Regen on the wizard, but he's super low, 175, charging what looks like a full life. Thunder Breath takes the living bones down, so that full life should have time to go off. But it gives the samurai time to wish up the chemist, who has the ambrosia and retreat for herself to stay alive. Ninja is back up, and the archer is 1 turn away from standing back up himself. Chain Lightning for 110 gets the samurai. Shuriken for 132, but she is still healthy enough, but the dragon is going to be the finishing blow. Tail Whip finishes her off just before her turn, so this Phoenix down is not going to help. Fireball is guarded, but the archer is going to finish her off, and it is the full Babylon soldiers versus just a chemist. Dragon once again with the tail swing, but this time it's gutsed and HP restored, and the samurai returns to the fight. And she is in with the Kiku to take out the archer. 3 more turns till he is back. The Tonberry does crystallize, but HP Restore keeps her up through the Ninja Onslaught. That Guts HP Restore combo really paying dividends for this team. Chemist guards the Chain Lightning and comes in with a Book Whack for the Wizard. He is low enough that it looks like the Samurai's going to take him out. 225 Thunder Breath is big damage, but there's the Kotetsu just as expected. Somehow the Wizard survives it. 111 health left. That is a very durable Wizard. Yes, it can, Omega. 0 damage is considered damage, but MP damage is not, so it will never trigger off of, say, an MP switch, if somehow you manage to get both of those, or a Mage Masher or whatever. Either way, we head on down to Medium 44 for the Decider. Both of these teams fighting hard to stay in this tournament. If I didn't mention it earlier, all matches after Break and Omega are losers bracket. So each one of these has a team's tournament life on the line. Which one emerges successful to go at it again in the back half of the stream? Let's find out. There's a death being charged on the ninja. Charm fails to break it. That death is probably going to be going off. No Stunning Strike cancels it. So instead we'll have the typical blood ritual followed by someone else finishing him off. This time, death being charged on the dragon, but he's probably not going to live to see it through. No, dash does almost no damage. That must be bad compatibility there. Cure not enough to finish him off either. Shuriken takes him near fatal. How much can this skeleton survive? Not the full team's attention, apparently. 120 to the dragon. Chemist has an ambrosia for the archer. And he is super low. Kiku on top for the dragon. 246 taken off so far. Archer misses the Tonberry, though. Thunderbreath takes the chemist in the near fatal, and things are heating up. Explosion super fast out of the wizard to take her out. But everyone's grudge is going to finish off the archer, and the samurai is able to get the chemist back up with a wish. Bones are at 1, will be coming back up relatively soon, probably before they can handle the rest of the team. Wizard going in for a cure to bring the ninja back into the fight. That's super important here. 132 extra to the Tonberry just makes him a bigger threat, and the ninja is going to go down to an everyone's grudge because of it. Samurai continues the sandbag dance with the dragon and the chemist. The dragon, seeing weakness, goes for the Tonberry instead. No guts here. And with an explosion coming, that's enough to handle the chemist, but she guards it. Ambrosia to top up, but she is still in dragon range, so not out of the woods quite yet. Kiku for the wizard for 126, but Archer stands back up and takes the chemist into near fatal, but knocks her out of the dragon's range. Dragon's breath is guarded by the samurai. Wizard has to explosion, but it is guarded once more. Another ambrosia for the chemist keeps her in and keeps the enemy team wasting turns. And there's back the living bone. Knife hand takes out the archer. Samurai goes for a revive on the Tonberry, but it misses. Dragon Breath takes the skeleton back out as well. Chemist takes a chain lightning from the wizard, but the chemist is on the way back. Samurai going once again for the wish, does make it up this time and just barely manages to bring him up before he crystallizes. 120 on the wizard from way down. Dragon does take the Tonberry back out, but that resets its timer, so the samurai has plenty of time to wish him back this time. Self-cure on the wizard answers the book bash, just in time for another. Regenerator goes off. Samurai goes once again for the wish. Looks like the archer was trying to get up and failed. Bloodstalker has the everyone's grudge, and that wizard is way out of here. Dragon moves forward, going after the Tonberry. No guts this time either. Would have been huge with the potential for Meatbone Slash, and it landed. Phoenix Down does bring him back, and that's going to be a huge everyone's grudge. 369. Dragon is getting super low. But the samurai elects to go for the Murasame, and that means the dragon, no, he can't get the crystal. The skeleton stands up just in time to steal it from him. Tonberry is brought super low. This death does land, and there you have it. Surely my continued efforts have paid off. Ludo survives 2-1. Babylon soldiers are eliminated. It was a hard-fought match. You're ready, Korremar? Alright.
Alrighty, there we go.
See, now you all get to see what it sounds like every time she connects to me. It's always like that at the beginning.
I don't understand why. It's weird. I don't change any settings, so I have no idea.
And then just like that, no settings changed and it fixes. Just every single time. It's so weird. Anyways, we are, that is the wrong box to press F2 on. Alright, we're heading down to Kaffe 3 versus Omega 1, randomly generated units versus Team Beef. All caps, all E's.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
They always do. Alright, so for Kaffe 3, we have Dana the Squire with Snipe Auto Potion and Defense Up. Jordan the Thief with Punch Art Hamido and Equip Bows with that Perseus bow. Zion the Gust with Wither, and Hayden the Living Bone with Kotetsu. Also, we wanted to ask you, Kaffe, yesterday someone asked why it's called randomly generated units. Were they? Or is that just, like, what you came up with because you were like, I threw some stuff together? Anyways, for Omega's Team Beef, we have Phoenix Lancer with MP Switch, Punch Art Martial Arts. Sutton the Samurai with Precision, Hamido, and Attack Up. Emerson the Geomancer with Talk Skill, HP Restore, and Equip Armor. And Lennon the Squire with Item, Dragon Spirit, and Guts. It would be funny if someone just randomly generated a team for the preseason, just like threw it all in the tumbler and saw what fell out. Anyways, we're going to Large 71. Party time. Did I? I did. Okay. Yeah, that's how all my balance changes are. I just kind of throw darts and hope everyone believes I was actually thinking about it. I'm just really good at darts.
Right, Thief is off nice and early. Squire right behind him, but not close enough to do anything. And on a, not that this is a large map, but with enough room, moving first is not necessarily an advantage if the second people to move get their action first.
It really just depends on if you have, like, a long-range thrower or a geomancer, because, like, your Punch Art Lancers with, like, 4 move are probably not going to be able to bridge the gap, but, like, a Geo with 5 move is.
Absolutely. Oh, here comes a headshot. Could take the Samurai out immediately, 41%. Throw a Spear at 120, not too bad, but defending Lancer, a lot of HP. 53, not going to be able to stop that, that headshot. Wave Fist drops the Thief. Skeleton is going to go for a Kutetsu, 121. Again, defending does stop it. Headshot does not go off.
Headshot was kind of developed when I was thinking about what SpringSkipper was saying about needing tank busters. And yeah, we do have it in Skeletons, although they're not particularly popular. Although we saw what they could do last match. And we also kept the bombs in that role, but I decided I wanted a generic that could do it instead of just monsters. So since I was adding engineer anyways, Headshot was kind of the natural, like, mind space to go to with it.
Makes sense. I mean, you can aim at arms, you can aim at legs. What else can you aim at?
Right, yeah. Mega Potion there finishes it off.
At nut shot 50-50, either berserk or a very long-lasting don't act.
I mean, it may be doing low damage, but it definitely took the match decisively regardless. Or the game, I should say, rather. Match is a set of 3. Game is each individual fight. So it takes game 1, but...
Shield break does not go off. Spin fist for just 84, and auto potion heals the entirety of it. Ghost is going to move forward, throw spirit at the samurai. 160 is a lot of damage. Samurai's brought very low already.
And of course, throw spirit is immune to evasion, so Ghost can put out some pretty reliable damage. You're very good at avoiding physical, but carve model, nah.
Carve model and a mega potion enough to take the ghost out. Kotetsu through the boxes. Oh, and arcs that shot up and over everything. Takes the samurai out in the corner. Seal Evil petrifies that Lancer. That is a big unit out of contention immediately.
Samurai is brought back up with a Phoenix down. Drops a Masa, gets regenerate for itself, and a haste on the Geo, but still super low.
Kotetsu through the wall again, but that Squire is plenty beefy. A shot up and over takes the samurai out yet again.
Another Mega Potion takes out the Living Bones.
Drops it down on the Skelly's head.
Geo going for Petrify, does not land. Thief gets up, 99. Trigger fails on Decapitate. Another Seal Evil attempt, but this one not happening. The Geomancer is able to take out the Thief with the extra turn. And Squire going back to bring the Samurai back up.
3-on-1, but the Ghost is at 0, so could see the Ghost stand back up here.
And when it does, the Samurai is in range of 1 Throw Spirit. And is high enough health that he will not heal himself first.
There is that Throw Spirit exactly, and it does more than enough to take the Samurai down. Squire is able to pick him right back up, however, so not too big of a loss.
Continuing the Petrifies, and third time's the charm, apparently.
Thief is at 0, so will crystallize shortly here.
Huh. Wonder why Throw Spirit missed. Is there something there?
His sword, Samurai finally actually gets to do something, but most of it is undone.
Squire has the Unpetrifies, and that is gonna spell disaster. And just like that, the entire team is back up.
Headshot coming out again, and it does land this time, and in the back of the head at that.
But mostly it's just sending a message, because she is not long for this world.
Nope, plenty tanky, but it is a 3-on-1 currently, and with her not having any big AoEs or anything, she just can't beat the tempo. Squire is going to stand back up soon as well. Shield break on the Lancer. There is that Squire standing back up. He is going to be able to cheer himself up and take a run up and over for the crystal, actually. Wasn't sure he had the move and the jump for it.
Carve model. Does not land the Petrify, though.
It also does not proc Auto Potion, so Wave Fist is enough to take her out.
And Team Beef takes it 2-0. Randomly generated units are out of here.
And with that, that is Kaffe's tournament life for the month.
Made it 2/3 of the way through. Not bad. Up next, we have Sardek 2 versus Coppola 2, Call of the Wild versus Xenogears.
As teams get sent to the losers bracket, I move the YMLs into a separate folder, not only just to make things easier to organize, but also because then I take a certain amount of delight that whenever a losers bracket team loses, I delete their YML, and I get to watch the field slowly shrink.
All right, for Call of the Wild, we have Predator the Engineer with Secret Hunt. No targets for this one. Item and CT save as well. Prey the Cacatoris to Tailwind Predator to remove that Stone Gun Slow. Distraction the Squire with Item Weapon Guard and Abandon. Very hard to hit. And Hunter the Archer with Punch Art, Auto Potion, and Attack Up. As well as, of course, Small Mantle for that Lava Bolt. On the other side, we have Sita Nuzuki, the Samurai, with Basic Skill, Counter Flood, and Attack Up. Looks like sword skills on this one. Those are evadable, so they're going to be running into Distraction. Fei Fong Wong the Monk with Basic Skill, HP Restore, and Equip Armor. Ellie Van Houten the Priest with Time Magic, Weapon Guard, and Short Charge. And Emeralda Kasim with Summon Magic, Catch, and Magic Attack Up. This entire team is subject to evasion, and that means Distraction is going to be doing her job. Looking to go to large 82 to start. Call of the Wild on the left, and Xenogears on the right. Unfortunately for me, the starting layout has the Engineer not in range of the opening haste, so he is going to be out for a minute.
Unfortunate indeed. Ooh, and a Kiku hitting 2. Only 99 on each, and does pop a CT save on the bird.
Yeah, he's more PA than MA, so I figured he would be on the sword skills, but I guess he also has Kiku just for value. So, I mean,
Makes
Kiku's
sense.
still good.
Absolutely, hitting multiple units, long distance. Counter Flood for 81, not too bad. A little bit of chip damage here.
Haste 2 coming down. Catches the whole team. Bird going for a Petrify on the Wizard. No dice.
Does not land it. That would have been a great Petrify, not only because it would have stopped the cast, but also would have blocked the White Mage from moving there.
You can move through teammate Petrifies, just not opponent Petrifies.
Well, dang, alright then.
Alright, heals the bird and is blocked by Distraction.
There's that sword skill. 240. Would have killed the bird, I believe. The fist finishes the bird off, so the heal really didn't matter too much, just delayed things a little bit. Big Team Rejuve hitting 3 to 4.
Mid-charge takes out the Wizard. Slow is off Mustadio. It's not haste, but at least he is in the fight now.
154, a pretty hefty gunshot. Able to get the Wizard right back up. There's another Rejuve coming through.
Lightning Stab, 180. Mustadio is super low.
2 units not too far from crystallizing on the other side of the field. I dare say red is in a very solid position here. Although just like that, 2 units brought down.
They do have revive for the wizards, and immediately followed by a rejuve. No, going for a full life instead. It's probably just a little too much sandbagging, especially with him getting his turn fast. Archer will continue to one-shot, but he will not be able to take out a team with this much revival on his own.
Nope, not quite. Just not going to be able to outpace them there. There's a Kiku, 81, not going to do a ton. And he does heal it back up, but again, he's just not going to be able to outpace this.
Not without haste and not without teammates.
One crystal gone already. There's a Kyo for 3 members of the team, which I believe means he can't one-shot the wizard anymore as well.
It does.
Yep, can't even near fatal the wizard, so they're not even going to waste a turn healing. Does have that shield though, does have the evasion, so he is able to guard that lightning stab, but it is only a matter of time here.
That is a brutal spell being charged on him. 470 from the wizard.
Yep, Dark Holy coming through, you can't dodge that, and that'll do it.
Getting
Game
her revenge. We head to small 58 for the second.
See if the initial team layout benefits you just a little bit more here. Going for start slow equipment. All the start slow equipment is strong, but it is a huge gamble.
Twice in a row. Unfortunate. That's just how it goes, though.
Bird Ops, to not even haste himself, goes for an initial gaze and lands it. It is a 3-on-4 immediately, though with how slow that engineer is, may as well be a 3-on-3 for just a little while. Heal does bring the monk out of it, but it does mean the samurai did not use his turn for anything more effective.
Haste 2 being charged, gonna hit 3. 2 now that the wizard moves out of it. Going for a Dark Holy on the distraction. Bird does 198. Distraction's gonna finish him off with the mid-charge. Distraction takes 99 from the Kiku. Full life being charged. Temporal Strike misses.
Oh, and a counterflood hitting 2, no procs, but 81 damage to each. That is still a pretty hefty counterflood.
Monk moves in, guarded by distraction. Mustadio back at normal speed. Kiku near fatals the bird. Bird is going to be getting out of there. Nice haste for the archer, though.
Engie finally gets his turn. 196 to the wizard, not quite enough to kill.
Will be when distraction moves in, though. Finishes him off.
Nah.
Or her off with a mid-charge. Archer with Chakra brings the bird back into it.
Full life from the wizard yet again, but burning a full life on a 210 HP unit does hurt a little bit.
Big petrify on the samurai there.
Monk is going to be able to... Oh, Monk goes for the Wave Fist rather than a Stigma and misses it. That is a big tempo loss.
The engineer's going for the priest now, who goes to bonk distraction. Second Petrify coming out, and there goes the monk as well.
Sardek's team in a great position here.
Sylph coming out. But once again guarded by the distraction. An attack takes out the priest.
It's a 4-on-1, and the one is a paper-thin wizard, so...
Does have Dark Holy, but...
Also only has 14 HP, so Dark Holy's starting to get charged, but will not go off in time. And we are going to game 3.
Medium 57. Maybe this one will be slightly better for my positioning. Fingers crossed. Of course it's not. 3 in a row, guys. Unbelievable.
Sardek forgot to push the Sardek button.
I mean, if anything, this shows that I don't do favoritism. God, like, what percentage of maps are like this? Not 100.
Earth / misses the bird.
RNG is RNG. Stop going for the bird, but it does not land. Mid-charge for 90, but the Dark Holy comes out. Unfortunate for distraction. She goes down.
Won't be distracting anybody else currently. Bird flies down, and Wind Strike is going to be enough to finish off. Would not have killed without the poke from distraction.
Archer is way out of position, and the engineer is just not there. Slow does break, but he is way in the middle of nowhere.
He took a single step forward.
Bird has the wind strike for near fatal, but that is not fatal. Does pick up a Kyo, but Hunter is not going to care about that at all.
120 good damage. Counterflood comes out, but does not hurt or get a proc.
Yep, he is immune to that element. Mustadio slowly trying to get his way back into the fight. What I really need is somebody who can bring distraction back. Gaze misses on the monk.
Distraction dying so deep into the enemy territory, that is a tall order.
Yeah, I think my only reviver is Mustadio, and well, you know how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Obviously that spell didn't get finished.
Engineer with Mega Potion on the bird. Bird is a bit healthier now. Silenced, but does not matter to a bird.
Caw.
Might matter to anybody who the whose window the bird is outside of, but...
Rejuve coming, but the wizard dies first. We are on the 4th match, Ludo. Lightning Stab takes the bird low.
But low is not fatal. Bird is likely to just run away, of course, but that does potentially mean that they will have to hunt the bird down.
Distraction is crystallized, and you know what that means. But the priest does go down. It is a 2-on-2. They do have revive for the wizard, but both of these people are very good at taking down wizard.
Sure
Keegan
enough.
takes bird early.
But that does mean that the samurai did not attack the NG or the archer with that turn, so the bird running into the corner and forcing the samurai to chase it, not necessarily a bad thing.
The monk is out of position for anything but a revive. She's going to charge Rejuve, but I think Hunter's just going to take her first. 180, gets a CT save. Nope, the Rejuve does in fact go off. She will be able to survive that. With NG being forced to engineer or Mega Potion instead of Phoenix down, that's just going to be too much. It's going to end up going to Xenogears. That's the map luck for you.
Sure enough. Again, that start slow is a big gamble.
Usually you don't have the problem on 3 maps consecutively.
This is true.
Mustadio falls to the counter flood, and it is just the Archer.
We've seen that before. The Archer is a very strong unit, but just cannot outpace 4 units. That is going to be most of the rest of the White Mage's MP. The Samurai was very low, but does have Defy Pain, so not forced out of the fight just yet.
Wizard goes back down, but too little too late.
White Mage is out of MP just about, but the Samurai is back in action. Wizard goes down, but that is probably going to be the Archer's last action.
Yep, that Samurai is going to finish him off. Kiku guaranteed to do it. There it is. Xenogears takes it in a hard-fought 2-1. Call of the Wild is out. Up next, Sardek 1 versus Break 1, Servants versus Drop of Red. Servants not afflicted with the start slow weakness. We'll see how they do. Archer the Archer with Punch Art, Hamido, and Deadshot. Silver Bow, big damage. Assassin the Chemist with Draw Out, Disbelieve, and Magic Attack Up. Rider the Chocobo with Choco Guard, and Berserker the Ninja with Basic Skill, Weapon Guard, and Attack Up with the Red Shoes and the Short Edge Morningstar combo. On the other side for Break, Sekido the Oracle, Faith Rod with White Magic Auto Potion and Short Charge. Karaku the Chemist with Elemental Counterflood and Overflow. Urogi the Ninja with Basic Skill, Dragon Spirit, and Guts. And Izetsu the Lancer with Punch Art, Barrier, and Magic Defend Up. We head to Large 100. We have Drop of Red on the left in not red because Team 1 took red first.
Yeah, everybody moving up here. No big range stuff just yet coming out. Nothing long range enough at the very least to close the gap. But one ninja moving forward goes after the Berserker. 2 stabs, but that's not going to be enough.
He is killed way out of position very early. But the Berserker is unfortunately forced to move forward, but not enough to get an attack off. 50% Petrify being charged. He's going to get an Ambrosia, so that Petrify is going to matter. But it misses.
Berserker is pretty deep in the enemy team now. Another big shot from the archer. Gets counter-flooded, but no proc.
Choco Guard. That is huge. That Oracle is basically rendered irrelevant by that. Big hits, near fatal for the Lancer.
He does barrier, so another hit will be smaller, but that chakra not even close to enough to bring him out of fatal range.
Archer does go down to the Chemist's Mega Potion, but the Chocobo finishes the Chemist off. Lancer is out. There's a full life out of the Oracle, so at least the Chemist will be back up. Quick crystallizing by the ninja on that side. $297. That has to be good compatibility, if not best. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Another auto potion. Counterflood for 20. I'm guessing that is a best with the Chemist and worst with the ninja. They probably share Zodiac.
Very probably.
Because yeah, 20, that's a worst for sure. 602 mid-charge.
That is a lot of damage.
Oh, that's who was left up. There was a Lancer over there. I was like, why isn't it ending?
Goes for the jump, but it's not enough to kill. Choco Cure heals the Berserker just for funsies. The whole rest of the team is there to be able to kill anyway, and he goes down. Round one goes to Sardek.
Small map 13 coming up next. Honestly, I think the small map is more to my favor than the large map was. Like, once my units get in there, they just do so much damage. Especially good with Ignore Height. This archer has a perch to get up on.
Ninja doing his best to stop that from happening, but cannot do it. And sure enough, arcs up over the candelabra, takes the ninja out in return.
Preemptive Choco Guard making all of those yin-yang magics out of the Oracle down is just so big.
Big hits on the Lancer, of course. Not enough to kill, but pretty close. Mega Potion heals him back up, though. But the assassin moves forward. Kiku takes the chemist out.
Living up to her name, deletes that other chemist.
Absolutely. You don't see damage like that come out of a chemist that often.
Ninja just really hates that archer. Critical takes out the Lancer.
Full life coming out of the Oracle, but she is backed into a corner. Assassin does take 2 hits, but ooh, here's a big Heaven's Cloud. Does hit the friendly Chocobo, but Chocobo more than tanky enough to soak that damage, and the Oracle goes down. It's just the ninja now.
Mine just short of being able to engage, and he just ignores the duel request and goes on for a chain of revivals.
Chain indeed. Chemist getting the turn immediately as well, but if the other chemist gets an action here, that could be a really bad... yup, sure enough. That's going to be another Heaven's Cloud.
It is just the Oracle now. She does have full life, so she will be able to bring up that big Lancer. Chocobo elects to not finish her off and just buffs up the team instead, so the Lancer will be returning.
Archer potentially could have done something as well, but did fail to stand back up.
Either way, Oracle goes right back down.
Kiku only 95 again, must have that compatibility issue there. 69, nice.
Ninja does come back to revive, but goes right back down. Archer just refusing to stand up. He eepy, he need his nappy time.
Big same.
Bringing up
Speed
ninjas.
not...
Bringing up ninjas just in time to die to the other ninja.
Speed not working out in his favor. Heaven's Cloud not quite enough to kill. So Lancer does get one more revive, but again, the Berserk Ninja kills the other ninja, and this shot should do it. Sure enough. Sardek 1 takes it, and Break 1 is eliminated.
Alright, up next, Simmon 2 versus SpringSkipper 4, Sledgehammers versus Speed Kills.
This is Spring's last team in the tourney, I believe.
Yes it is. For Sledgehammers, we have Peter Gabriel the Grenade with Triple Flame, Rihanna the Geomancer with Magic Attack Up, Counterflood, and Punch Art, BTO the Grenade with Triple Flame, and Fifth Harmony the Chemist with Black Magic, Absorb Used MP, and Short Charge. On the other side for Speed Kills, 14, 12, 10, 9. I guess the speed drops off. 14 Speed Ninja, Clock Toppler with Time Magic, Arrow Guard, and Concentrate. Concentrate making him deadly on the offense, and 14 Speed for that initial haste with Time Magic. A good all-round unit. Gun Poplar the Engineer with that Start Slow Stone Gun with Item, MP Switch, and Secret Hunt, and she has 2 big targets for that Secret Hunt. Spear Hoppler the Lancer with Draw Out, HP Restore, and Defense Up. And Dead Stoppler the Sage with White Magic, Regenerator, and Short Charge. We head on down to Large 112. Whoops. Ninja with Haste 2 for the whole team.
That being said, there's a lot of terrain to cross here, so Haste 2 is going to be most of the way worn off by the time the teams finally clash. Do not see any fly or teleport, so no moving over the walls here.
It's a very slow move from the other team, so... Does this team stick together, or does the ninja get way ahead?
They're still pretty clumped here, but the dissimilar speeds are going to start adding up here. There's one hit, not quite enough to kill, but it is 264, a lot of damage, of course. It is that big tank breaker attack.
Pair of spells being charged. There's an Ambrosia for the Lancer. Will probably survive another one.
Don't move. Absorb used MP, not something you see super often. Dark Holy on the ninja.
That's
is
enough.
enough to kill.
Ninja will be brought back up before the teams clash, though. That Sage makes sure of it. And it looks like Speed Kills is going to be on the other side before the bombs can really move up. They might be out of range of most of it.
Ninja does get a shuriken finally. Here comes a triple flame. Does it land? A single one will kill, but it does not hit.
Down goes the chemist. But
there's one hit.
Revenge on the ninja. He will come right back up to a full life, though. Triple quite confuses the Lancer. But Engineer is starting to get into position, and between the Stone Gun Secret Hunt and Seal Evil, the grenades really want to take her out early.
And sure enough, a single triple flame is enough damage to take her out, and all three hit her.
Just really had to make sure.
They heard you.
Another haste comes out. Sage is going to be there to bring the Engineer back up, though. Revive misses on the Chemist.
Shuriken comes out. A lot of damage. Counter Flood 133, not quite enough. And the ninja is very low. Granted, just about anything on the opposite team kills him anyway, so.
Geomancer is down, though, and it is all bombs.
Bomb does elect to move back and start shooting over the wall. Probably a good choice on its part. Does hit the Dragoon and is enough to kill. Lancer, not a Dragoon. They are not.
Yeah, same thing. We know who you mean. Dead Stoppler once again going to bring up the teammate. And a haste 2 for the whole team following. That's 4 hastes.
It's going to be a lot of actions. There's one Seal Evil, and it's just a single bomb left.
Don't Move sticks the bomb there. Not sure if that's going to be helpful or not. But the bomb knows who it needs to kill.
And takes out 2 with a single triple flame. However, the Sage is there to get somebody back up immediately.
And will be able to get that crystal uncontested thanks to the Don't Move on the grenade. Or, you know, it goes to the ninja, whatever. Another big triple flame. Goodbye, ninja.
Okay, Ludo, you did also notice that. I was very confused about that.
What that is that in the post-combat run of the pre-combat routine, the combat display pass still shows the half as if it had guts, but I removed the actual halving of the damage. I just forgot to remove it from where the the predictive display shows it.
Okay. That being said, Spring takes game 1.
It's been doing that all month, actually. Yes, I meant Def Up Plus, not Guts. Yep, Def Up Plus was still, is still showing in damage prediction, but not in actual damage calculation, because I fixed it in one and forgot to fix it in the other. Doesn't actually impact gameplay, just the prediction. Because damage prediction goes through a different layer than AI prediction. AI does not see Def Up Plus incorrectly, just the predictive display. And once again, a full team haste. Conserving mana with just haste 1.
I love to see it. Sometimes the AI is smart.
Taste that, Ninja.
That being said, the ninja did do his job. Granted, you do want to see him do just a little bit more than that, but he did his initial job at the very least, so, you know, we take it.
Hell Ivy on the Sage triggers Regenerator. And a Dark Holy should finish her off. It's not going to be great for bringing the team back up. That Sage is super important to the team.
Kyo, but that's certainly not going to save that ninja. 4 HP. Make it 28 HP, but even still.
Miss.
Uh-oh.
Miss. And MP switch. She does get the Sage back up, but that Sage is going to have to move fast. Ninja is out, but that is all. Sage is in a Cyclone.
Gets 1 kill, does a little damage to Balmathala.
Critical quick on the bomb.
Come on, do it. God damn it, you coward.
Goodbye. Don't come back.
Hey!
Bomb getting revenge for his family. There's an HP restore off the Lancer. That's huge.
I believe that was our very first secret hunt proc.
No, I have had 2 different ones.
Oh, okay. I knew we had it on units, but I didn't remember seeing the proc of it.
Yeah, Call of the Wild got it in 2 different matches. No HP restore this time, and that's huge.
Counterflood takes him out, and that'll do it. We're going to game 3.
Medium 75 for the decider. Volcano time. Haste 2 for the whole team.
Bomb's feeling nice and at home here.
Going for a triple flame on the ninja alone. No dice.
Chemist going for a Dark Holy on that very same ninja. Gets shot, but not enough to finish her off. Geomancer says, hey, check out this cool innate I have.
Speed kills with the brutal offensive right out of the gate.
Counter Flood hitting 2 does bring the ninja very low. Gunshot takes the Geo out, though it is just a bomb up.
It is worth noting that Oracle is immune to fire.
Ninja, however, is not.
Yeah, the lava ball made it clear, and with one team member immune to fire and only a bomb left, that only ends one way.
Theoretically, the bomb could auto-attack her to death, but...
Bye, Ninja. Hi, Ninja. Big Rejuve puts the bomb in near fatal. It is up to the Ninja. There it is. Speed kills, lives up to its name, and kills Sledgehammers 2-1. Sledgehammers is out of the event. Up next, Korremar 2 versus Hero 2, Brunch Rush versus Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, take 2.
Alright. Have a good night, Kaffe.
It is super late over there.
Hero is the one who sent Brunch Rush to the losers, so let's see if they can run it back against him. Different team, of course, but just the same. We have Matheson the Thief. 14 speed, start haste with that escutcheon. Does have the haste 2, of course, catch to stop any shenanigans from other very fast units. We have Ragusia the Squire, lots of evasion with that Weapon Guard and Abandon, throw to make use of that 13 speed for damage as well, and a Cursed Ring. We have Weissman the Archer, Ultimus Bow, Cursed Ring as well, Hamido, Deadshot, Punch Art for the support skills. And bringing up the rear, Lagerstrom the Engineer with that Lava Bolt, since it is PA agnostic. Cursed Ring, counter, attack up, does have snipe and item for some support.
On the other side, for Hero 2, we have Glun the Bard with item, throw item, and regenerator. Confusion Harp as his harp of choice. Ron the Mime. Daryl the Geomancer with Punch Art, Martial Arts, and Weapon Guard for that 40% Golemax. Also starting 17 TA, very deadly. And Henry the Geomancer with 20 MA, White Magic, Counterflood, and Overflow, taking the other half of the Geomancer. Physical, magical, and Bard support. We'll go to Large 54, Lost Sacred Precincts. Big gap in the floor on this one, as you know.
Absolutely, and that does work out in Brunch Rush's favor, I do believe, since they have a whole lot of ranged options.
Well, between Geomancy and Punch Art, this team is not lacking range either.
This much is true. Let's see who it benefits.
Maybe it'll keep the Mime from running out and getting his ass killed.
No big surprise there. There's the haste 2 before anybody else acts. Ragusia the Squire moving forward, not in range to do anything just yet. The whole team moving up. Thief gets another action, is going to go forward. That is a slow It only lands on 1, but that Geomancer is going to be out of it for a little while. Takes a big punch, not quite enough to kill, so it will take a second action to finish him off. Gusia with a Shuriken does not hit, gets counter-flooded for 140, no procs, but a lot of damage. Only 130 to the mine, that's got to be bad compatibility there.
Speaking of speed kills, Jesus.
Mega Potion takes Ragusia down, but still have Weissman and Lagerstrom. Earth Slash over the gap, and it is already a 4-on-1. Second shot to the mime. Third shot does not hit, though. Archer takes a run to the corner, and there's a chance that he lasts long enough for Undead to start standing up, but it is gonna be tough.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ron. Geomancer dropped very low after that damaging heal. Geomancer is running back just a little bit. Mime did cross the gap, but not able to get up to the Archer just yet. But a whole lot of battle songs happening already. But we do have an Undead on 0. There's 1 kill. Is Darrow going to take the turn to... No, going to go for the Earth Slash. It hits, it kills, and that is a quick game 1. It goes to Hero.
Small 53 coming up next.
See if the smaller map helps out a little bit. Thief is, everybody's still close enough. Thief is going to be able to get the 3-person haste. And it does mean the other members are going to actually be able to use their first turn offensively rather than just standing around doing nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be a big difference.
Squire moves up, gets counterflooded. Ooh, gets petrified. That is really rough. Shot on the mine for 150, not too bad. NG moves down and not close enough to do anything. Crossbow is a little short range. A stab, Thief gets countered. Does take an action to kill though when the mime runs into the corner. Geo gets a super fast flash heal, of course, 294. There's 1 kill down below. The Bard does finally get an action. He is going to take it to Mega Potion the Mime. Geo moves up, not in line to do an Earth Slash, but guards the shot. 1 undead being petrified is really bad. Earth Slash kills, and that is a very quick, very decisive 2-0 for Hero. Rough matchup for Brunch Rush, and they are eliminated.
And at the end of our Memcard 1, Ludo 1 versus Simmon 1. Bready or Not Here I Crumb versus Monster Mash. For Bready or Not Here I Pun, we have Sourdough the Geomancer with Talk Skill, Auto Potion, and Monster Talk. That Monster Talk is paying dividends here. 3 targets enabled thanks to it. Multigrain the Thief with Item Weapon Guard and Equip Axe. Rai the Ninja with Snipe Counter and Sicken. And Banana the Taiju with Spirit of Life. On the other side, Calamari the Mind Flayer with Mind Control. Crepe Myrtle the Trent with Blessing of Nature. Iberico the Porky with Oink. And Gruyere the Geomancer with Punch Art, Overflow, and Counter Flood. Of course, mostly the same team that won last tournament. Let's see if Ludo's entry has what it takes to show them not twice. Large 6.
bit of a rough map for trees, absolutely. Piggy gets a little faster. I like how they wobble back and forth really fast when they're hasted. Team's still not close enough to take any offensive actions just yet. Straight dash for 209, not quite enough to kill, but I do believe the Geo is going to finish it off. Sure enough, Carve Model takes the beef down. He gets another straight dash, does get countered for some damage and some poison. The pig's head is broken. Time blast on the Geo for haste as well. There's a Mimic Darabon, Tree put to sleep, Geo put to sleep, and that is rough.
It is nice to see Monster Talk being both important and used.
Aqualung the Ninja drops it low. Geo moves over, Carve Model onto the enemy Geo, does finish it off. Jerking off the Squid, Counterflood takes the Ninja out. However, what an Aqualung, 140 not enough, 90 of it undone as well. Squid takes some poison damage. The Squid is not too far from death. Gets persuaded, but does not listen. Leap Dance, however, does not care if the Squid wants to listen or not. However, does the damage regardless. Does get counterflooded for a good bit of damage. The Squid is at 90. Ooh, but there's a mind control. But it gets guarded. I'm not sure how you guard the mind control with a shield, but you know the Geo did. That's what matters. Carve Model takes the Squid out, and it is just a Sleeping Tree versus a not Sleeping Tree and a Geomancer.
What is Defense Armlet? Or no, I guess it was just the Shield Evade 10%.
Yeah. Oh, a hefty hit on the Sleeping Tree. Couple of crystals appearing. Tree snags one crystal and is going to Leap Dance, but only 90 damage.
Could you check your mic positioning for me? You're coming in a little quiet again.
Can you hear me?
Much better.
Alrighty. Well, that is a stop on the tree. Tree did re-raise itself. That, of course, does not matter as it is the last unit. Squid is going to crystallize here shortly.
Don't act even when it stops, or when it restarts.
126, a hefty hit, and that tree does grab it, so the other tree cannot. Geomancer continues to talk to the tree.
And that stop notably preventing the damage split. But Death Sentence goes through, and that's going to be that.
Just have to burn those couple turns. Tree will go down on its own.
It will Blessing of Nature to give itself, or it already had re-raise actually, so it didn't need it. So, yeah, IDK. Game 1 goes to Ready or Not. Small 98 coming out.
Omega, this is Ludo 1 versus Simmon 1 down in the loser's bracket. A double Petrify right off the bat. Wow.
Tell you what, that's a turnaround.
I dare say that puts Simmon at a decided advantage.
Two can play that game. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Petrify.
Just kidding. It's all Simmons' game. 100% Simmon. Moving on to game 3.
Wow. Only a matter of time. This tree is at 119 already, and it is going for Leaf Dance rather than attempting to heal itself mercifully. That is on to game 3.
Medium 88.
Early Shuriken, 108, and applies the poison as well, but does get stopped in return. Water Ball for 96, and it lands the frog. Leaf Dance finishes the frog off.
Geo is down. Pig cannot get there quite yet, but double turns to do it.
Gets the Geo back up with an oink. Another frog proc. Ludo just not having good luck here. Straight Dash finishes the frog off. It is a tree and a Geo versus a full team.
I wish we had a death proc that was a ribbit instead of a death cry.
Mind Control does miss. Pitfall, no proc as well.
However, with talk skill, that is not a... Oh, wait, it's a Taiju. We have lives.
But Leaf Dance does put the ninja right back down. He dies, but does have re-raise. Another Mind Control coming out. And it lands this time. Spirit of Life gets the ninja. Oh, does not hit the ninja this time, actually.
I think I'm going to increase hit rate on Spirit of Life.
Let's see, what is its current hit rate? Let me double check. Just Spirit of Life PA plus 55%. PA 14. So yeah, so 69%.
Nice. I probably did that on purpose. I was like, we'll go with about 70%. Actually, let's just make it 69. Please.
I mean, if you can't put tiny jokes in for yourself, it's like when one of my old jobs, I needed a 6-digit passcode for the terminal we use for the register, and I absolutely made mine 0 4 20 69, and it's nobody else is ever going to know my password. Doesn't matter, but I'm going to get a tiny internal chuckle every time I have to put it in. Anyway, Ludo 1 is eliminated, and Simmon 1 moves on.
Was a good try. Definitely took game 1 in commanding fashion, but the RNG just was not going to let it happen games 2 and 3. Now we move to the rest of the fights. We have Ludo 3 versus Kjata 2. Surely my continued efforts versus the Kjata Classic. You did in fact beat Kaffe earlier, yes. It was 2-1, actually a very close match, very back and forth. So anyways, Ludo's continued efforts with Bloodstalker, Living Bone with Kotetsu, Samurai with Basic Skill, HP Restore, and Guts, and Chemist with Talk Skill, Weapon Guard, and Magic Attack Up, go up against the Kjata Classic. Blake the Ninja with Item, Throw Item, and Dragon Spirit. Lennox the Lancer with Punch Art, HP Restore, and Martial Arts. Jill the Sage with White Magic Catch and Short Charge with a Faith Rod. And Marion the Summoner also with a Faith Rod, Time Magic, Weapon Guard, and Magic Attack Up. Notably, both of them with a lightning weakness, but nothing to exploit it on Ludo's side. We'll head to large map 47 to start. Ready or Not on the left, and the Kjata Classic on the right. The Kjata Classic doing basically a who's who list of Kjata's favorites. Yeah, I didn't mean Brady, I meant surely my continued efforts.
Ambrosia across the gap onto the skeleton, 180. There is a haste for most of the team, 3 members getting it, the ninja not. Earth Slash across the gap as well, skeleton is brought very low.
Gonna charge a death and run away. And McDervon puts down the Sage. Kiku for the quick
wakes
wake up.
Right back up. And damages the teammate in the process. Shuriken stops the death chance.
guards the Titan. Blood Ritual to Near Fatal to Ninja.
Ninja does have re-raise, however.
Second guard from the Chemist. Paraspell's being charged, though.
But a book read mid-charge does take the summoner out before she can cast. Ninja's going to heal herself up from the Blood Ritual and hightail it out of there.
Sleep 2 coming out.
It's not an animation we've seen too often.
Hits all 3. Kotetsu heals the teammate so she remains asleep.
Phoenix Down will get the Sage back up. Sage is going to start, or Summoner's going to start casting and run backwards.
Kiku for 99. Shuriken is guarded. Bloodstalker trying to make his way over, but he is not very fast. Samurai goes down to the backstabs from the ninja. Everyone's grudge takes out the Sage. Tonberry is in attack range. Skeleton fails to get up.
The support ninja going to be able to get the Sage back up yet again, but goes right back down to a does not go down to the Blood Ritual, in fact. It does guard it.
Chemist is back awake, but the skeleton fails to get up once more. Quick heal from the Bloodstalker, and a meat bone takes out the ninja.
Ninja will be able to get back up.
Grabby 2 is gutsed. Phoenix down for the samurai, and she'll defy pain to be right back into it. And the skeleton finally gets back up and starts making his way over.
Ninja gets up.
Ninja with an Ambrosian getting up, runs off into a corner, sleep wears off, but everyone's grudge takes him super low. HP restore, rendering it irrelevant. The chemist has faith now. Mid-charge takes out the Sage, attempting to take advantage of it. Looks like death being charged on the ninja off in the corner. Repeating fist can't dodge that. Chemist goes down. Ninja having none of that.
2 stabs is enough to get the kill. Tonberry gets a grudge, but it is guarded.
Summoner appears to be out of MP.
Wrist Slash does kill the Tonberry. Ninja gets the Sage up on top of the roof. It is, I believe, just the Samurai left. But the chemist is wished back. Summoner still not able to do anything. Ninja gladly takes the chemist back down, and the Lancer does Chakra to give 55 MP back to the Summoner. Samurai is stuck in this revive loop with the chemist, so that is pretty much going to be the match here.
It does appear Kjata Classic will be taking game 1. There it is. Going to small 73.
This is Ludo's tournament life on the line. A very small map could potentially play in his favor, but we will have to see.
Ambrosia right out of the gate for the skeleton. Ludo's team did suffer a lot from his team being unable to get into position last map, so I do think the shed is going to be advantageous.
Kotetsu to heal the team and hurt the enemy Lancer. Granted, the members that did heal didn't really need it, but just the same. Kiku gets a kill, brings the Lancer a little lower. We are seeing a spell come from the Sage already, and a summon coming out too. There's a grabby too. Drops the Tonberry super low.
But you know as well as I do what that means. That Tonberry is dangerous.
Absolutely. Titan, does it finish the Tonberry off? Does not hit the Tonberry, does kill the skeleton, but it is guarded. Ooh, the Lancer finishes the Tonberry before it can take any actions. Right before it can take any actions. Second book read does kill the Sage, but Sage is brought right back up at low HP with that Phoenix down. Samurai gonna move forward. Does not go for the Sage though. Goes for a Kiku, does get a kill. Sage able to bring herself back up to full with that flash heal. Granted, full is only 205. It's not a very high full.
Titan coming in, although that is a pretty evasive chemist. But it does land.
It is just the Samurai.
Cheery with the double kill.
Not out of it just yet.
Though that is a big summon being charged, and I think it's going to go before the summoner, or the samurai. Even if it doesn't, the ninja does, and brings back teammates. Samurai needs to guard this, but does not. There it is, the Kjata Classic takes it 2-0. Surely Ludo's continued efforts have been eliminated. Up next, Sardek 3 versus Omega 1, the family versus Team Beef, all caps and all E's. Will Beef be able to handle the barrage of statuses coming out of the family? We have Mafioso the Squire with Yin Yang Magic, Auto Potion, and Short Charge, with the Hunting Bow to bypass magic evasion. Enforcer the Mediator with Item MP Switch and Deadshot with the Chocobo Gun. Also with Talk Skill for Monster Talk. Fixer the Archer with Steal, Catch, and Attack Up, and Ignore Height with that Silver Bow. And Godfather the Trent with Blessing of Nature. For Team Beef, we have Phoenix the Lancer with Punch Art, Martial Arts, and MP Switch. Sutton the Samurai with Precision, Hamido, and Attack Up. Emerson the Geomancer with Talk Skill, HP Restore, and Equip Armor. Can't talk to the tree, but does get the rest of the team. And with 17 MA, those are going to land pretty often. And Lennon the Squire with Item, Dragon Spirit, and Guts with Move HP up. Head to large, 74 to start.
charge coming out from the marksman there.
Massa coming out. A haste and a regen. Hell Ivy does not stop it. Nap time for Lancers.
In the swamp at that. It's a weird place to take a nap.
Full team blessing of nature. And the time strike is lethal because of the sleep bonus damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ability canceled by moving.
Strix Feather hits the MP switch, so it does drain all the MP and gets the re-raise, of course. There is a Petrify on the Samurai in return.
Near fatal on the Geo, but HP Restore takes care of that.
347, a very beefy HP restore. Heal takes the Petrify off the Sam, so the Sam is going to be able to get a turn again here, potentially at least.
He does. 169 takes out the Mediator. Survives this Petrify, though.
Dance hitting 2 again. This tree just doing its best to 2v1 here. Damage splits half of the Geo Sword Swing back to it. Samurai's going to move up 330 Strix Feather. Takes out the re-raise as well. Strix Feather, an extremely useful addition to the Archer skill set this month. We have seen it even on several melee units now to very great effect. HP Restore yet again on that Geo. Geo proving extremely resilient. Archer gets a 210 into the back of the Lancer. Lancer does go down, but a local Quake takes him out in return. $60 damage, and it does get the proc, but the tree bounces 30 of it back. Blessing of Nature's itself, but it doesn't hit. What?
It already had all 3 status.
Okay, that makes sense. Wonder why it did that rather than heal itself.
Because AI.
Oh well.
It was over anyways. Faster this way. We head to small 94 next.
Wave Fist comes out early.
Big charge coming in on the Lancer once again. MP switch for the Mediator. Double haste. Carve model with no successes.
Ooh, a hefty hit to the Samurai, and there's a huge Leaf Dance. Gets 1 kill, it does hit all 4. Time Strike hits the MP switch of the Lancer. And a Petrify comes right after it, but does not land.
Spinfist takes her out. Squire body blocking and also just killing. Damage is too much too fast. The family can't take it up close.
Forcer moves back to res its one of its friendly units, but a wave fist through the pillar takes it out.
Geo moves up, and that's gonna be it.
Double kill. Yep, sure enough.
Team Beef advances, and the family is out of the tournament. Up next, Fig 2 versus Coppola 2. Return to the Old Forest versus Xenogears. For Return to the Old Forest, we have Fatty Lumpkin the Chocobo, Old Man Willow the Taiju, Goldberry the Geomancer with Punch Art, Counterflood, and Overflow, and Tom the Chemist with Talk Skill, Monster Talk, and MA Save. On the other side, for Xenogears, you saw him once today, Seitan Uzuki. Basic Skill, Counterflood, and Attack Up. Fei Fong Wong with Basic Skill, HP Restore, and Equip Armor. Ellie Van Houten, the Priest, with Time Magic, Weapon Guard, and Short Charge. And Emeralda Kasim with Summon Magic, Catch, and Magic Attack Up. No faith for either of those, just regular ol' mages. Heading down to large 55 to start.
Kiku early hits the Chocobo, but not for a whole lot. Chocobo is going to be just fine currently.
He is a fatty lumpkin. Big spell being charged on most of the forest.
Haste 2, but only on 2. And Lumpkin moves over for a Team Choco Guard. All 4 Protect, Shell, and of course that Sturdy.
Gonna be very useful against this incoming spell. But not useful enough.
184 after the rest of the chip damage, still enough to kill.
Looks like a rejuve coming out for the team. Haste 2, actually. Full team haste on both sides. Spirit of Life brings the Geo back up. Death sentence for the monk.
Make a potion to bring the Geo back up to a little bit healthier, but is it going to be enough? Chocobo gets a bonk on the White Mage.
The Choco Bop.
The White Mage gets a bonk on the Chocobo in return. They are just wet noodling each other here. Monk making use of his last action for a chakra on the wizard. There's a lightning stab on the chocobo, decent damage. Chocobo's getting a little lower. Goes for the bonk on the wizard. White Mage gets a crit on the chocobo.
Not often you see the White Mage be in the offense for the team, but here we are.
Persuade attempting to stop the Black Mage before she gets her Shiva off, but it does not take, and Shiva comes through. Only 127, not enough to take the Chemist out. See a bunch of haste wear off.
The lightning stab is enough to finish it.
Monk dies, explosion finishes the chocobo off. We are seeing kill after kill here. White Mage opts to break up the string of kills to full life.
Going for the revives with its entire team. The Taiju catches the Chemist, who gets the Geo.
Chemist manages to dodge the Wave Fist. Big haste coming through. Here's an explosion to finish the tree off, and round one goes to Coppola.
Small map 49 next. Fig apparently happy to see this team leave. Although he still has 2 teams left, I think both maybe even in the winner's bracket, or at least if not, in the loser's bracket round 4.
Right, and that was a silence proc on the Black Mage. Silence actually being relevant this time.
Triple haste also catching the enemy Geomancer.
There is the AI cheating. The White Mage started casting what I'm assuming is Esuna to remove the silence, so the Black Mage says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cast because I'll be able to.
Which, you know, totally fine, because both teams can do it, so I haven't really bothered fixing it.
And there comes the Esuna, but the Black Mage died before it got the action off. Other teams said, fuck cheaters, actually.
Also, I guess worth noting that it would be reaching into AI space, and, well, we haven't done that yet. But soon, it will be AI time.
Let's see if it's as complicated as, you know, the Hamido space was.
God help me.
Snowstorm. Decent damage to the Monk and the Black Mage there. Counterflood takes out the Samurai. Bonk procs the Counterflood.
Sure, why not?
White Mage moves back, is charging a life here. Tree is going to Spirit of Life as well. Does get one unit up there.
Full life coming out on unit I can't see. Thanks, Wall. Immediately death sentenced.
Another Wizard Bonk procs the double Counterflood. These Counterfloods, though. And that's a life on the Samurai this time.
But a Persuade will stop her in her tracks.
Punch takes down the Geo. The Wizard still opting to just go for some bonks here. Leaf Dance with a double kill. And that takes us to game 3. Fig takes that round.
Maybe not as bad as he thought initially. We had to medium 46.
Fig, if it's bad but it works, is it bad? Tree gets the Chocobo back up. The Chocobo is pretty low, so could go back down pretty quickly. Hell Ivy does not get a stop proc, so the White Mage is going to be able to get a cast off. Black Mage charging as well.
Goodbye, Geomancer. Dark Holy is no joke.
Even when not super tweaked out for it, still just does a ton of damage just at its baseline. Yeah, MA times 40, so granted it does of course take faith into account, but just the same, it is a ton of damage.
Wizard going for something big.
Shiva kills the Geo, does some damage to the Chemist as well. Chemist does get an MA save, but let's see if he can put that to use or not. Chocobo is going to go right back down to the Samurai. Monk is going to bully this tree here for 170. Spirit of Life misses the Chocobo, and with the with both sides of the battlefield on Fig's team here being forced to sandbag a little bit, he is kind of on the back foot.
No damage split there. That's pretty big.
Shiva is likely to get at least 1 kill, gets 2 kills. So it's just a tree versus 4.
Hit tree versus
goes
4, huh?
down. Fig 2 is eliminated, and Coppola 2 moves on.
Up next, we have Sardek 1 versus Cup. Servants versus This Team Sucks. You know, for all that Cup has said this team sucks, it's still in the 3rd round of the losers bracket and still fighting on. Will this be the end of its run, or will it take out yet another team? Servants, Archer, Punch Art, Hamido, Deadshot. Assassin, Chemist with Draw Out, Disbelieve, and Magic Attack Up. Rider the Chocobo with Choco Guard. And Berserker the Ninja with Basic Skill Weapon Guard Attack Up, that Short Edge Morningstar Duo, and Red Shoes. For Cup, the based team, Doug Dimmadome the Thief with Precision Weapon Guard and Abandon. Quinn the Thief with Item, Auto Potion, and Equip Bows. Corey the Monk with Basic Skill Counter Flood and Equip Armor. And Oakley the Priest with Time Magic, Counter Magic, and half of MP. Let's go. Large 50.
Plenty of terrain between the two teams, so it'll take just a little time to get close to each other. Another map where, a map where having fly or ignore height or something like that can be an advantage or a disadvantage, depends pretty heavily. But can split the team up very quickly, which does not always work out great.
With how far Berserker moves, I think it'll be an advantage, because it looks like he'll be up to reinforce before the Thieves can reach the Archer.
Oh, you say that. The Thief had a chance to reach the Archer there, but did get Hamido critted. Critted? Crat?
Crot.
Berserker still not quite close enough. Archer moves up top using that. Oh, a shot from downtown for 406. Takes the White Mage out all the way in the back line.
She's revived, but that perch for Archer is going to be absolutely brutal for the units on the ground. One of Berserker's weapons has been stolen. He still has the weapon guard one, not the unevadable mace. Priest taken right back down.
Huh, interesting. I didn't realize that having two swords but having one of them broken results in you only swinging one time, but if you have no weapons equipped, you will punch twice.
That is correct.
I did not know that today. I learned.
Heaven's Cloud, big hit on the Thief. Curse Strike poisons and discords the ninja. But they are answered immediately by the Chocobo. Berserker is not going to be able to hit that Thief, though.
And removing only a single weapon is actually a solid counter to this Berserk Ninja here.
The correct one was removed, so yeah. Wave Fist for 84.
Shell and Protect wearing off. There's a disarm for the other one, so now he is going to get those 2 punches.
$84, not exactly where he wants to be, but a far sight better than where he was before. 5% landing on that thief. I mean, I guess it was only a matter of time. He was going to keep being attacked, but still.
That archer up there is just a menace.
Thief is back up.
Sorry, Cup. Sardek pushed his Sardek button, so,
Priest is back down. An assassin's coming down, and you can't dodge Heaven's Cloud. Thief is taken super low. Goes for a steel heart, but no dice.
Choco guard for the friendly archer, Shell and Protect. Not that he really needs it, because he has just been hanging out up there wholly unharassed. God, what a menace. Oh, but the Petrify is too little too late, and Sardek takes game 1. While game 2 gets started, I'm gonna go put a pie in the oven real quick. BRB.
Delicious. Small 16. This time the archer will not have that perch. That should help out Cup significantly. Going for Vital Strike this time. That's not going to get Hamido'd. But the archer gives back as good as he gets. %, guarded, of course. Second hit from the Berserker Ninja, though, can't be dodged. Would have killed even if the first one didn't hit. Kiku takes out the second thief and triggers the regen on the Chocobo. Of course, he is big enough to shelter that damage. Earth Slash puts down the archer. He will not be raining death down on the priest this time. Chocobo with a 105 mid-charge, but it's not enough. Counterflood does not take the ninja back. And we have a full life on the thief. Monk defies pain and gets out of there. Going to be a second full life being charged. But Assassin will have none of that. Heaven's Cloud coming out. Double kill.
I am back. A whole lot of stuff has happened while I was gone. Jeez.
After a bloody fight, This Team Sucks is out of the tournament. Servants continue forward. We go next to SpringSkipper 4 versus Kjata 4. Speed Kills versus With My Mighty Lance. For Speed Kills, we have... I don't think it did, Cup. I think the super evasive thief really played well against a lot of things. Like, he's probably a good part of the reason why he won a lot of the matches, is he was just well positioned and well handled. The rest of the team didn't quite support well enough, but it's a start. Alright. Alright, so for speed kills, we have Clock Toppler the Ninja, 14 speed, Time Magic, Concentrate Arrow Guard, Gun Poplar the Engineer, Item, MP Switch, and Secret Hunt. Spear Hoppler the Lancer with Draw Out, HP Restore, and Defense Up, and Dead Stoppler with White Magic, Regenerator, and Short Charge. No, no monsters to secret hunt here. It's Lancer time. Dick the Lancer with double Dragon Whisker, basic skill Hamido, and of course 2 swords. Rod the Lancer with item HP restore and throw item. Johnson the Lancer with punch art, counter throw, and martial arts. And Willie the Lancer with time magic, weapon guard, and attack up. Go to large 15 to start.
Seeing the new map again. There's a haste for 2 units. The units do start split up, so not able to give it to the other 2 team members just yet.
Two on two on 2 on 2.
Likewise, on the other side, only able to haste 2 members of the team currently. Still nobody in range for any offensive actions. Lamafala hops up on the anvil, gets a gunshot out early, and the ninja is going to take that speed advantage, go for a shuriken on the other one. Splitting the damage, not necessarily bad, but it does mean that both are still going to get their actions. There's a target. 2 stabs, takes the MP, and does 91 to the HP as well. Ninja dropped very low.
Shuriken does take out 1.
The ninja hightails it backwards. Does come out of near fatal. And a gunshot takes a second Lancer out. Speed is killing so far.
And they're going to be able to reinforce up topside real fast.
Yep, sure can, Cup. It will take the full damage of the hit.
A lot of places solve the problem with MP switch and move MP up by just making MP switch only prevent the MP amount. The ROM I inherited answered it by giving MP switch to females and move MP up to males. So you can't ever have both. And I decided I liked that and just went with it. MP switch is very expensive being stuck on Dancer, so I thought it was fine if it was as powerful as it is. And so far, seems to be just about right.
I mean, given that, 70 Brave certainly have a 70% chance of it proccing, but it does mean that stacking MP is usually not going to be extremely useful. Usually you're going to want to use those slots for something else. You might want some MP here and there, but stacking it, you might not get multiple hits off of the MP switch, and the MP isn't really going to benefit you that much elsewise. Like, either you have enough to cast your spells or you don't, kind of thing.
Anyways, with 2 of the Lancers standing back up, that is real bad for speed kills. But I suspect the small map will be much more to their advantage.
Spear Hoppler doing his best to tank the team, but do not think he's got any way out of this.
Not with that kind of chakra coming out. Oof. Game 1 goes to Kjata's Mighty Lance. Small 81. This is probably much more in favor of speed kills. Pair of
These
haste
two coming out
twos.
from both sides.
What was that? What was that? That's a lot of damage. Is that a Gravy 2? No, it's a single target. What does she have? In plainer white, that's a single target, big full life. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Two
Speed
Lancers
kills.
down just like that.
Yep, racking up 2 kills super fast.
It's just like we said, the speed kills definitely at an advantage in close quarters.
The Lancers getting their turns, though, turning it around pretty quick. Good damage to Pomophala, killing the ninja, though it does get right back up.
77% full life on the third Lancer.
There's another weaponized full life.
Down he goes. There is just one Lancer left. And speed kills is definitely fast enough to take him out before his teammates start standing up. Full life on the engineer instead of the offensive. Haste's wearing off.
Still a little time before the Lancer starts standing back up, but do still have one Lancer that is doing his best to tank these hits, but best is not good enough, and we're going to game 3.
Medium 10 for the decider. Which one is it closer to, small or large? Man, this is just right in the medium space. I don't know which of them is better off.
This is an extra medium map.
Haste's, again, coming out for both sides. The Sage doesn't have enough move to get the first full life. That's probably going to play well for Mighty Lance. Don't move misses, and the Lancers are going to get first bite. And, well, we saw how that can go. But they're out of position, just an ether.
They do have mildly low moves, some of them, so not able to capitalize on their actions there.
3 and 4 move, all of them. Ninja going for another don't move. Landed on the back one. And a full life on the pillar. But it doesn't land. Shuriken takes one down. But the Sage goes down. The Sage is a big part of what makes this work.
Absolutely, those rail cannons of full life, just able to 100 to 0 a unit so easily. 2 stabs, the Lancer stays up through it. Other Lancer getting a target, double hit, and a kill. They might just squeak this one out.
Yep, with the Sage down, it looks like it is the Lancer's match. That Lancer's going to do his best, but unfortunately, the other Lancers will stand back up before he can do enough damage.
Yeah, he just not going to be able to get enough actions and not having any AoE, plus a double proc there.
Kjata's Mighty Lance once more shines through. He survives to live another day. Spring 4 is out of the tournament. And up for our final match of the night, Omegasuspekt 3 versus Hero 2, Team Trees, all caps, all E's, versus Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast, take 2. For Team Trees, you have Trees, 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 a Taiju, a Trent, a Woodman, and a Lonely Lumberjack with Talk Skill, Weapon Guard, and Equip Axe. Talk Skill going to be pretty effective, 14 MA thanks to that Tidal Axe, and no monsters to fail it on. For Dungeons and Daddies, Glenn the Bard with Item Regenerator and Throw Item with that confusing harp. Ron the Mime. Daryl the Geomancer with Punch Art, Weapon Guard, and Martial Arts. Weapon Guard with that Golem Axe, quite effective, and 17 whole PA. Very good unit. And the other side of Geomancy, Henry the Geomancer with Elemental, White Magic, Counterflood, and Overflow. We've seen what devastating things Henry the Geomancer can do. Will he pull it off again? We're going to large 30. Let's find out.
Alright, teams, now if y'all could go ahead and finish inside of 12 minutes so I can pull the pie out of the oven. I mean, I'm gonna get up and pull it out of the oven regardless in 12 minutes, but if you could finish it up before I have to get up and do it, that would be much appreciated.
I mean, worst case, you take a pie out of the oven, it still needs to stand a bit to cool off, so...
Yeah, exactly, it's no big deal.
It's incredible. We're on match 14 of the night, and only 2 hours and 38 minutes into the stream. We have had some brisk matches.
Yeah, not too many long ones. And certainly, you know, we still see some defensively inclined teams, but not the absolute walls that we saw last month. Last month we definitely had some very tough to beat tanky teams. But especially with the formula change for talk skill disincentivizing tanky talkers, making you invest just a little more MA to make them effective, that has really put the kibosh on at least part of that.
I do think I like where talk skill is landed. It's very powerful, but you do have to sacrifice durability for it, and I think that's fine.
I agree. I think it was pretty solid. The formula change made it pretty interesting.
Like, we saw what the family did. Sometimes it just completely ruined the opponent's team. And sometimes they got close and just ruined the family. Like, that feels about right. I made that team explicitly to test the new formulas to see if they were degenerate or not. It came about right where I wanted. Like, losing going into the round 4. Like, that seems just about right. Tree's having a hard time getting AoEs down as the teams are split. And with a Bard and a Mime, very difficult to make that damage work. Trees are just going to have a hell of a time overcoming this.
Absolutely.
And with the Samurai down for good this time, and that enormous damage on that Geo, that is not looking good for the trees.
Trees are in trouble here. Tree does heal its buddy, but with one split off to the side there. Leaf Dance to the Mime, and the Mime can't close the gap there with the corpse in the way. Well, now it can. Now it can easily just walk over, but...
Probably be better for the Mime if it walked right to help the Geomancer instead.
These double life songs are just brutal. The trees just do not have the offense to push through that.
Bard goes down instead. So it looks like that Geo is on her own for a minute, or his own. You can't tell the difference between the two sprites.
Yeah, the sprites are vaguely similar. Ooh, a big Mime, but also a hefty damage split, but most of that damage is going to get undone right there. Mime getting very low.
Taiju is left up, and it can bring back the smaller trees. I don't know if that would be... That probably wouldn't matter with that Geo there. Once again, double life song, just completely removing any trace of the damage the trees had done.
It's 200 healing to all members is just too much. Oh, and no damage split there. If the trees did have a chance to come back, it is gone now. The vertical tolerance means the monk doesn't get the hit with that spin fist. It just spins in place to show off for the tree.
There's a Spirit of Life, but it misses. Although even if it hit, it would just be another spin fist. Trent Magic Spiriting itself, but it's on flat ground now. It's gonna get the second hit if the first doesn't kill it. Dungeons and Daddies takes game 1.
Trees have a tough battle to make it out of this series.
How many minutes till your pie comes out? 7?
I've got
6?
yeah, about 6 minutes.
Godspeed. Mime with a single step. Hell Ivy with the double stop. So lucky.
With 2 trees being stopped immediately, this might be over before it starts.
Stop doesn't last super long, so not really a certainty yet, but it is definitely a big advantage one way or the other.
140 to the Mime, nice and early. Mime gets a hefty punch from the Samurai, but the Samurai does get his action. Ooh, yikes. Lost that trade real bad.
Sure did. And with the Taiju all the way on the other side of the field, And a flash heal coming in for the mime. That's oof. Double kill Spin Fist. Just making quick work of this. They had 6 minutes, but they only needed 3.
Sure enough, Damage Split kept the tree in it for one more action, but Team Trees is eliminated.
Dungeons and Daddies continues on. 14 matches in 246. Anyways, as always, thanks everybody for participating and for coming in and watching. And of course, big thanks as always to Korremar for casting. And thanks, Simmon, for trying. I hope your kid feels better soon. Bad luck. It's always awful when people are sick at home.
Have a good night, y'all.
Night, everyone.